So I've been wanting to do beer reviews for a while, and I don't do them very often, but I thought a cool way to do them was to actually kind of rate the beers via the BJCP, which is the Beer Judge Certification Program guidelines. So I want to train to be a beer judge. It's been something that I've wanted to do for about a year now, and I've had a really hard time starting to study. So I think doing videos would be a fun way to get better at it and kind of figure it out as I go. So my first beer review is actually going to be one of my own. Since it's almost Halloween, I'm going to review Satan Water, which is my 10.8% triple IPA. And what's in here is a lot of mosaic and a lot of azacca for hops, and just like base 2-row, some caramel 60, and that's pretty much it. It's really simple, but it turned out really nice. So I have had it before, so it's not my first time. But I want to show you guys it and, yeah, kind of start this journey with you. So I've got my notebook with my guidelines in it, and I'm going to turn it to, it's like American Strong or something, I think is the overarching. Strong American Ale. So double IPA is what we're going to call it, and that is page 42. And I got these all off of the BJCP website. They just have them for free up there. And they also have beer score sheets. So I'm going to attempt to actually rate it as I go. So there's a bunch of different parameters. So aroma, appearance, flavor, mouthfeel, and overall impression are how you get your score. And the scores don't necessarily fall like between like 1 and 10. It's like 12 out of 3, out of 20, out of 5, out of 10, and then like your total is 50. So I'll post them like in the video once I'm done. All right, so American Strong Ale should be a strong, full-flavored American ale that challenges and rewards the palate with full malty and hoppy flavors and substantial bitterness. The flavors are bold but complementary and are stronger and richer than an average strength pale or amber ales. Okay, so we are going to crack this open. And I like to start with appearance and not aroma because you always see it before you smell it. So here it goes. Okay, so appearance. The appearance should be medium or deep copper. I would call this like a medium copper. It's got relatively small bubbles, but not a ton of head. I could have probably poured it a little rougher to give it more head. It's slightly hazy. I find this with gelatin, but it looks like it didn't fully take. So I'm sure if I didn't find it, it would be a lot hazier. I'm typically not concerned with haze at all. I kind of like it, but whatever, haze craze. Okay, so appearance. I'm going to give that I'm going to give it a 3 out of 3. I think it looks great. I'm probably going to rate myself way too high, and if any of you are beer judges, you're going to roll your eyes at me real hard. So aroma. The aroma should be medium to high hop aroma, presenting citrusy or resiny notes, although characteristics associated with other American and New World varieties. Moderate to bold maltiness, and medium dark caramel, common presence, bready toasty, clean to moderately fruity or ester profile. Moderate alcohol or aromatics can be noticeable, but it shouldn't be hot. So this is a little hot, honestly. So I'm not going to be able to give myself a great score for this. So you can definitely smell the mosaic. It's kind of like a citrusy, fruity smell. And I really like the smell of mosaic, and that's why I typically use it. I think a lot of my tastes come from the way I smell. But yeah, you can smell the alcohol in it. It's pretty nuts. So out of 12, I'm going to give it a 5. I'm trying to be fair, I guess. Okay. So flavor. Flavor should be medium to high dextrinous malts. Full range of caramel, toffee, and dark fruit flavors. Low, medium toasty. Medium high hop bitterness. Malt gives a sweet impression on the palate. Finish maybe dry. High hop flavor. Low esters. Alcohol can be noticeable but not sharp or solvently. Roasted malt flavors are allowed. Shouldn't be syrupy or under attenuated, and the aftertaste typically has malt, hops, and alcohol noticeable. So the flavor is definitely very high hops. That's what I pick up more than anything. It's not very sweet at all. I do get a little bit of dark fruit, like maybe a little cherry, and then I can definitely taste the alcohol. It might be a little solvency. This is my first triple IPA, and I think I could do a little bit better, but it's not bad. And it is 10.8, so, I mean, it was an experiment more than anything, and I just threw that recipe together off the cuff. So, the aftertaste is not bad. I would kind of say the aftertaste kind of is like a Pliny. Fermentation characteristics, I don't get a ton of esters or yeast in the flavor. I wish there would be more malt. Honestly, every other time I've had one of these, it's usually after a couple beers, and it's a lot easier to drink. This tastes like alcohol, like hardcore. So flavor, I'm going to give it a 10. And mouthfeel. So mouthfeel, medium to full body, alcohol warmth may be present, not super hot. Astringency should be attributed to hoppiness and not objectionable. Medium, low to medium carbonation. So my carbonation's on point, so that's good. It's not syrupy, which is nice. There's an alcohol warmth, but I think the mouthfeel I did all right with. I don't know if I would give it full mouthfeel points, just because there's a lot of hotness still and I can kind of feel it. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Overall impression is I wish I would have drank a beer before this. Honestly, it's a lot to handle, and I know you're your own worst critic, and I've given it to people who like it, but I feel like all those people have also had beers in them before they tried it. So I'm going to give myself a 5 out of 10. This is not my favorite beer I've ever made. Definitely not. And I think I will make it again, but I think I have a lot of reading up to do on how to do a proper triple. And yeah, so let's add it all up. So 18, 22. All right, so that's a 27 out of 50. I feel like that's probably what I would have gotten if I sent this into a competition. I was pretty harsh on myself, but I also know what I usually get in competitions, and that's pretty on point for something I'm not super proud of. So I strongly recommend that if you do homebrew and you want some pointers on your beers, you should absolutely send in competitions. The judges are super helpful, and I've received so many really helpful suggestions on how to fix my beer. It's not all like, oh, your beer sucks, like you get a 0. It's actually like a learning experience. I'll send beers in that I'm not sure about just to see what's wrong with them, because these people are like trained in to know what flavors mean what, and that's what I want to learn. So thanks for joining me with my first beer review. I wish it was a slightly better beer, but happy Halloween.